welcome to another episode of World of Capri. I'm Tony Capri.
I'm Sylvia. Stay for more.
Seattle's effervescent Tupperware hostess, and we're joined today by a very special guest star, Nadine, certified home economist, and she's going to show us how to make that perennial holiday favorite, Tom and Jerry.
Hi Tony, hi Sylvia.
Hi Nadine.
It's so wonderful to see you both.
It's great to have you on. So tell us about the Tom and Jerry.
Well, the Tom and Jerry is kind of like an eggnog brandy drink. It consists of 5 ingredients. There's a lot of different recipes. This one only has 5 ingredients. Eggs, which you separate out. You whip up the whites and add a little sugar, and separately whip up the yolks and add a little sugar, and then put them all together and add a little brandy. Later on, we're going to be heating some milk on the stove, and we will combine hot milk, the egg mixture, and brandy, and that's what makes it Tom and Jerry.
It sounds quite delicious. When I was growing up, we had a neighbor who had a Christmas Eve party, and they used to serve things like Tom and Jerry, and I'm hoping that we'll have just as charming an experience with this as we did with that.
I'm sure we will.
Okay. Well, other things we're going to be talking about tonight are holiday punches, serving utensils, other kind of holiday beverages. We're going to have Sylvia talking about Tupperware and Christmas cocktails. So why don't we get started?
Well, I love exploring all the options that you have for any kind of, entertaining that you do and different things you come up with. What is this?
This is called a champagne fountain. And when you came right down to it, I throw these parties, everyone comes, they drink me out of liquor, so I just decided I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to have a punch. And the beauty of punches is that they can be very simple or very complex. They can be alcoholic or non-alcoholic. But one of the best ways to present them is in what we call a champagne fountain.
Ooh!
And here it is. Here, just a flick of a switch.
Oh, it sounds just like a fountain.
Are you getting this, Mr. Andre? Yes. See, you don't need a ladle even. You just
No.
Yes. And like I said,
It's so sanitary.
Exactly.
And it keeps it bubbly.
And you can do a really, really simple punch. As I said, it's just a red punch. And children love red punch. And I have proof here. Children, I found some children to come to this to give punch to. This is children 1 and this is children 2. And here, what do you think of the punch?
It looks like a fountain of blood.
That's a different holiday here, but here. You have a taste. There you go. And you have a taste.
Thanks, Uncle Capri.
Sure. What do
Now
you think of
toddle
it?
off to the basement and go play board games.
Thanks, kids.
Thanks, kids.
Check's in the mail.
That's adorable.
Well, and the nice thing about it is that, if you don't have children around, you can always just add anything to it
Ooh,
to make
like
it much
that.
more interesting.
And it'll
punch.
automatically mix it in because you just pour it in the bottom and it just circulates through the whole thing.
Exactly. And it lasts for an entire evening. You put some ice in there.
What about adding like sherbet or anything like that? Maybe ice cream or...
The thing about a champagne fountain, and, they call it a champagne fountain, but that's kind of a misnomer because you don't want to put champagne in it. It'll make it go flat immediately.
Oh.
So don't waste your champagne on the champagne fountain. And you don't want to put anything too creamy in there either because it'll go up the works.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But there's all sorts of different punch bowls for all sorts of different punches. You could do a more complex punch like a fish house punch, which has no fish in it. I don't know why they call it that, but it's a punch. Or my favorite, a St. Cecilia Society punch. But remember, you have to be a professional drinker to be able to appreciate the St. Cecilia Society punch. It will sneak up on you and it will bite you and knock you to the ground and step on your heart. So just keep that in mind.
All right. And what is in that?
What is not in St. Cecilia Society punch?
I see.
It's got rum. It's got fruit that's marinated in brandy overnight. It's got champagne. It's like I said. You gotta be. I don't know if you're ready for that, Jelly. So
I don't know if I want to be in that show yet.
Yes.
So what else do we have here? We've got some really fun little accoutrements going on.
The fountain is
And the
reliving
fountain is
itself.
just reliving itself.
Yes. Well, these are just some typical appliances and serving dishes that you can use to make your holiday party seem more festive, more alive, vibrant, if you will. We've got tidbit trays like this little Ferris wheel and this thing here. You can put cookies, candies, all sorts of little goodies in that.
Little starburst on the top of that. It's lovely.
Exactly.
I love the egg taker.
Yes.
Tupperware makes their own version of this one.
But does
It's
it have a
lovely.
rooster on it?
No, but it is able to seal in the freshness and keep it for a lot longer than just being out on the table like this.
I do love Tupperware's haulers for deviled eggs. They're
Yes, they're lovely.
picnics, barbecues, anything. Here we have a little Lazy Susan. You can fill it with fresh vegetables and some
Ranch dip right there. A
Mhm.
lot of ranch right there.
and a chip and dip. See, it's like a little cart. You just wheel it in. You put the chips in here. You put the dip in there, and of course, the best dip ever is California dip. You just take a thing of sour cream. You take a thing of French onion soup. You mix them together. What's not to make a dip?
And it's from California.
Exactly.
I love California.
We have little trays that tell us what we're supposed to put in them. This has a mouse on it, so it must be cheese.
For Jesus.
And this has a fish, so it must be a fish thing
A fish dish.
of sorts.
Of sure.
And then who can forget our electric handmaidens?
And especially around here when you go to IKEA and you get the Swedish meatballs.
Swedish meatballs.
They're perfect for the crockery pottery.
A nice queso. The slow cooker keeps things to low, even heat. A crockery cooker like this lets you turn it up a little bit if you need to. And then, of course, there's the chafer. No home is complete without a chafing dish. You can put wonderful treats in it. For instance,
Oh my word, look at that!
yes, it's one of my favorites. It's watercress wrapped in bacon. You just stick it in the oven for 45 minutes. What's to keep it from getting done?
My, I'll have to try one of those. You know I do like the bacon.
I made it just for you, Sylvia. So that's the thing about these sorts of parties. Don't let anyone tell you you have to have a certain artisanal cheese or a certain kind of organic fruit or anything. People will eat anything as long as you keep it in a nice presentation.
And I feel as long as it's in your home, it's homemade.
Exactly. Very good point. Thank you, Sylvia.
I see some coffee going on over here. What is this?
Well, and this is a nice little feature to offer both for teetotalers, people who just drink, and people who drink on the sly. I call it the International Coffee Bar.
I love internationals.
You just provide a party percolator full of coffee, some hot water, some envelopes for tea and hot chocolate and that sort of thing, and then liqueur.
That's what makes it international.
It is. You can. All the continents are represented here, except for Ireland. I drank all the Irish cream before the show. But people can help themselves to just some straight coffee, some hot chocolate, some tea, snip a little booze in there if they need a little release.
Why not?
Yeah.
I think everybody needs a release during the holidays.
And again, exactly. And it's cheap. It's cheerful. It's self-service. And I love self-service.
I do too.
But speaking of service, Sylvia, I hear you're going to tell us about cocktails tonight.
I'm going to talk a little bit about options that Tupperware even brings to parties.
Well, let's head down to the Rathskeller in the basement and see what you are going to mix up for us.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Well, here we are down in the Rathskeller of World of Capri. And behind the bar, we have our lovely Sylvia. And Nadine has come to join us. What you got going on, Sylvia?
Well, I brought some different options for the holiday time period when we're down for the liquor. You'd think Tupperware is basically for food. No, not just for food anymore. It's also a lovely cocktail shaker. Now, the Tupperware mixer could be thinking for shakes and such and so forth. You know, you like put your health shakes in there. You can even do some basic salad dressings with oils and stuff like that. And then you use your shaker and mixer and so forth inside. But I'm saying, look, you fill this up with ice. You get a little Seagram 7 up to here and then a little tab right there. You put in the top, you do your shake, and you do your pour right into a lovely Tupperware Crystal Light tumbler. You don't have to worry about these. Especially if you got friends that happen to break your glassware a lot.
Oh,
these are wonderful because you could actually just have them fall off the counter and they won't break. at all. It's Tupperware.
You know how much money I spend on glassware every year? This is great.
And the nice thing about this is it's a good plastic that doesn't scratch in your dishwasher after you run it through several times.
That's
I've run
important.
this through several times, top shelf on my dishwasher, not a scratch on it.
Look at that.
It's amazing.
It's like crystal. It really is.
I love the prisms.
The finest crystal.
It's now available in purple. And I also love that Tupperware makes sippy cups for adults. So you put your cocktail in there, you put your little squeaky straw in there, then you have a complete and tight seal. You get a little crazy, get a little drunk, you knock it over. No, it's not spilled. You're ready to go right back at it. Just pick it right back up and you can suck it right there. And then, when you're done with people being in your house, you just blow the whistle. I'm done. We're done. Time to close up shop.
Oh man. You know, I used
Or-
to have to-
I'm empty. I need more alcohol. I need more alcohol. That kind of thing.
perfect for a bachelorette party.
Perfect for a
Yes.
bachelorette party.
You know, to think I used to have to put Nina Hagen on to get people out of the house. You know, Sylvia, again, Tupperware just has solutions for everything.
We do, and we even have a little citrus squeezer for your lemon juice, and a zester,
Oh.
all in one lovely container. Isn't that lovely? It just sits in there. It's so
just a nice...
ergonomic. Feel that, Erica? Isn't that ergonomic? Doesn't that feel comfortable in your hand?
Feels really good.
I feel comfortable wearing it and using it. Isn't it lovely? Go ahead, feel it.
Yes.
Isn't that lovely?
Lovely.
Oh, I could just
Please
spend
look
hours with that Tupperware, just right there.
Yeah. You
So
just love your
lovely.
Tupperware.
I love that Tupperware.
Well, you know, I think I smell Tom and Jerry.
Ooh, yeah.
Is it about ready, Nadine?
Yes, let's head upstairs.
Okay.
Okay, we'll meet you upstairs. And we're back in the kitchen with certified home economist Nadine. And she's got some lovely looking Tom and Jerry for us.
Yes, we are ready to go. So, would you like to learn how to make one today?
I would love to.
Let's do it.
All right. So, we have our lovely Tom and Jerry mugs ready to go.
They're official. They say Tom and Jerry.
You know, I usually don't like servingware that tells me what to do, but for holiday stuff, I think it's okay.
I agree. So, we're going to start with some brandy because that's a great festive holiday drink.
I love brandy.
Keep a little brandy handy. That's what I always say.
So, we're going to hit each mug with, you know, a tablespoon or more, depending on your preference.
And one for Mr. Andre.
Yes, our director needs a drink. So next, this is the secret ingredient, the Tom and Jerry mix, which is our frothy egg whites and yolks and sugar and a little more brandy in here.
Look at that.
So we can go ahead and throw these eggs into the drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like eggnog.
Yes, most definitely.
So we could have just bought some eggnog. Is that what you're saying?
Well, then I wouldn't have been
Nadine?
able to use your KitchenAid mixer.
That's true. Avocado.
Yes.
KitchenAid
So, you know, this is the healthy part of our drink, a little warm milk.
Ooh.
One of the 4 basic food groups, the food pyramid. Milk is one of them somewhere. It comes from cows.
Well, you know, this drink is very popular in Wisconsin.
Well, it looks like they're all ready to go.
Yes, just one last ingredient is the nutmeg. So a little...
Using that Tupperware grater.
I love
Yes.
What does Tupperware not do?
it. It's amazing.
That looks mighty tasty.
All right.
Well,
Now you'll see we have 4 because I think our director deserves one. So.
Mr. Andre? Yes. Okay. Cheers,
Cheers
everybody.
and happy holidays.
My.
It is kind of interesting, isn't it? Now
Now I understand so much more about
And
the
they made a
older
whole
generation in the
drink
Midwest.
set for this, huh? Wow.
Yeah. Well, you know, like I said, happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays.
Thank you for inviting us into your living rooms, Mr. and Mrs. America. Keep those cards and letters coming. Do the YouTube, do the Facebook, do the everything. We'll be back next year.
Next year.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.